house. What what are what are you doing in my house? I mean, I haven't made a YouTube video in fucking like 4 months, 3 months. Like, what are you doing here? Oh, you want me to complain about things? Okay, yeah, I can kind of do that. This video is going to be scuffed as shit. There's probably some pretty bad echo in this room. Um, the lighting's probably kind of shite, but I'm just recording this because I really want to just get back into the swing of things. And what better to get back into the swing of things than complaining about, you know, the sale of SARMs and other steroids and things on Instagram through very kind of shady ad practices. Fuck. As you can probably guess, based on some of the content I've made in the past, I have done a lot of, research and looking into different things like SARM, steroids, etc. Just due to personal curiosity, content in general, like making content about it. And that leads you down this road to getting certain types of ads. I get them on a few different places, but the absolute worst has to be Facebook and Instagram. Instagram being the major one because it's the one that hits you with ads more frequently than Facebook does. I'm just clicking through these stories on Instagram, not really paying much attention, but then I usually get my eye captured by just these ridiculous ads, and they have the most ridiculous claims. And these ads come from websites that have these ridiculous names like Primal Muscle, where they're making these claims that, this 191 XT can get you ripped in weeks. So just sign, only $29.99 for this formula. Get jacked right now. And they just have these videos of these guys who are, fucking shredded to the gills, as everyone on YouTube likes to say. It looks like comedy. It just genuinely looks like something someone would make as a joke. But these are real ads that they're like sending out to people. If you go to Primal Muscle's website and look at, one of these builds, and obviously me doing this, I'm about to get bombarded with more of these ads. You just see things like in big red text, Deer Antler Velvet, a 2,000-year-old performance enhancer. They make the claim of 250 papers have been published on the manufacture, composition, and biochemical effects of deer antler velvet since 1930. It goes on to say that the research is pretty amazing. It suggests that there's quite a few benefits associated with taking deer antler velvet, such as improving muscle tone, lean muscle mass and strength, increasing fat loss, lung capacity, enhancing metabolism, mental alertness, mood, memory, cognition, and sleep, recovery from exertion or injury, immune system support. Man, that is a laundry list. That's the whole book right there. They have this like bullet point list, and then it talks about how it can help with cortisol levels, and then it talks about how it could be considered a superfood. And then a fun little quick warning towards the bottom. I'm assuming this is some plausible deniability kind of stuff. They take an article from the WADA website where they talk about deer antler velvet spray may contain IGF-1, and WADA recommends therefore that athletes be extremely vigilant with this supplement because it could lead to a positive test. There can be no guarantee that IGF-1 taken orally will not influence the plasma level of IGF-1, which may then influence the results of anti-doping tests. Deer antler velvet has history in like Asian countries being used as a remedy. I'm assuming that's where some of the buzz of it comes from. But then as you look at many studies, especially more recent studies, many of them disprove any of the claims or sort of beliefs around this product. It doesn't, there's some that say, well, it might improve this, but none that definitively say one way or the other. I'm not going to go super in depth in, disproving that this one thing that they're selling is like snake oil, but it very much seems like it's snake oil. But I'm just putting that out there because then once you read the reviews of it and some of the claims of the so-called customers, you can really tell that it is snake oil. Wow. So Clint Y says, I have a lot more energy. Awesome pumps, gained a lot of muscle, lost a lot of fat, and I could go on and on. I started out with 15% body fat and at 185 pounds. After hard work, quality supplements, and a healthy diet, I weighed 225 pounds at 4% body fat. Thank you, Primal Muscle, for awesome products. Clint Y does not exist. So what's the time frame on this? You cut 11% body fat and went up 40 pounds. I almost said 20 and I was like, "Damn, that's a lot." And then I double backed and it's like 40 pounds while cutting 11%. No, you didn't. I'm blown away by the results so far. In just 1 month, I put 45 pounds on my bench press and I see a noticeable difference in the muscle belly of my arms. This is the most powerful product we have out since them little pink pills. Ronald C. Wait, what is it? I gotta look up what them little pink pills are. Oh no. Wait a minute, what the fuck? It's talking about female Viagra. And this is something written by a guy. What the fuck? That's so awkward and weird. I despise that. Believe it. Oh my god. And then they have a guy. Have a question? Fitness advisors are standing by. This dude is just fucking yoked and they photoshopped a goddamn headset on him. I spent too much time on that one. There's so many of these weird companies, and there's like one specifically that's like I think is really bad, which I'll just go to that one because it's so odd and very targeted. So this other one is Alpha Lion, and it's one that I saw it and I was like, holy shit. And I Googled it, whatever, and looked at their website a little bit. And then at another point in time, I got an ad where they're like, hey, I saw you checking out the Dad Bod Destroyer stack. I don't remember what I had looked at on their site, but Dad Bod Destroyer stack is such a funny fucking sentence. And then you also see these video ads, which if I can find one, I'll obviously put it in. But I only took screenshots, and a lot of their stuff is like being like, talking about how things are stacked against you when it comes to like fast food and everything. And like, it's in like fat and like how you have to destroy fat and things like that. And it's like, they're like lose it as fast as possible because everyone wants instant gratification, even though in reality like that should not, it should be sustainable loss is the goal, and that's much healthier. But then they also just have like these weird ads where it's like this dude is fucking incline benching and there's a very interesting angle of his spotter, and I don't know if that's intentional. Maybe it's not. Maybe no, maybe it's not. I just realized I had the Alpha Lion page still open on my phone, which can tell you how little I use Google Chrome on my phone, like at all. And I'm getting bombarded with ads of like 15% off, blah, blah, blah. And then you look at it, and a revolutionary new ingredient, if you want to do more than just burn stubborn fat, works to help decrease body fat, increase lean muscle. Melts and converts stored fat cells into useful, long-lasting energy, amplifies the fat burning effects of exercise so that you see faster results. Shown in research studies to improve carbohydrate tolerance and insulin sensitivity, helps reduce appetite so you'll be less tempted by your desires. Ignite your metabolic fire with this future of fat loss. All of these things have like this little T or like cross thing at the end of them, and then I noticed this. Essentially, almost every claim on this site, even like why mitoburn is the future of fat loss, stuff like this. Like nearly every single claim on this site has this little marker, and I'm like, I wonder what that means. And then I scroll all the way to the bottom. Okay, after the references, after like the reviews, we're at least not past like the other items they're trying to sell you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. And I'm also going to say, for the references, they have 3 references for such a long page of claims. I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to call a weird fat burning supplement gains candy. I don't think you should be able to call something could be considered a drug in some contexts candy. It's kind of weird and bad. And then the ingredient of this thing, which it has all these weird claims of, LB amino, I can't say it. I'm just going to Google it. I looked at the articles that were cited on the site for this product, one of which is behind a paywall, so I was not actually able to read that one. But the 2 I was able to look at are not human studies, they are rat studies or mice studies. And then I found one other article which just talks about the natural function of B-aminosabutric acid, which it is something that is naturally occurring in the body, and it's something that our body releases during exercise, and which is kind of where my next point comes from in the video. And it's gonna, without this sort of explanation, it would seem like a pretty strange hard cut. Essentially, a lot of the things that are going off of are mice studies, and I think what they're trying to make the jump of is comparing it almost to the practice that we do with like TRT and like testosterone replacement to get that sort of effect of increased effectiveness of the hormone in the body, where seemingly with this one there's not evidence to show that there is any effect at this point. It's similar in some ways to TRT, but then also different, because TRT, when you have supplementation of it within a certain range, there's no real increased benefit. Essentially, if you're within a certain healthy range, you're getting the benefit of that, like that entire range has the same benefit. Obviously, if your testosterone levels are low, supplementation bringing you back into the normal range is a benefit. And then if you go to super physiological levels, like above the normal range, you will likely see increased benefits of things like, muscle growth, recovery, things like that. And, that's why TRT is normally a process used when you're, competitive bodybuilding or just what have you. And I got an ad even for, it seemed to be essentially like, hey, how about you hop on TRT to super physiological levels? You can do this because you're just an average Joe who's not in the sports. You're allowed to blast testosterone. Yeah, the ad literally goes, pro athletes can't use this cheat code, but you can. Like, I don't know why I fucking pointed, and I was pointing it like this, like, because I sometimes actually look at the preview I have, but no, you. So this is not actually TRT. Now that I look at it, it's like, it's as good as TRT, but no side effects, no negative side effects. And then it's like, they also call their protocol, like I'm assuming essentially their stack, like that they're selling you, is called the King Protocol. And I just look at that and I'm like, wow, what the fuck is this? And I click the protocol. Maximus can double your testosterone levels to maximize mood, vitality, health. The King Protocol is a holistic program that includes doctor consultations, at-home lab testing, personalized medications, and group coaching. And I was like, group coaching, and like it seems like it's like a weird community thing almost. They have a fucking Discord group like that you join, it looks like, or they just are like, yeah, you can join this. And I'm like, what? Where was it? Yeah. Exclusive access to health coaches, premium content, community of fellow maximizers provides the foundation for improved health benefits. less than $5 a day or $149.99 a month. It also takes, if you click the ingredients and look at the ingredients page, you don't get the ingredients. You have to then hit learn more and you look at it. Your doctor will select a prescription and dosage that's right for you, e.g., purified selective estrogen receptor modulators. Okay, I clicked who we are. So from the bottom going up, there's contact, careers, and then manifesto. Like I get manifesto like has a broader meaning than manifesto. Uh don't ever use the word manifesto on your website. Then you have these ads that are like still natty question mark and then like a winky face. And if you dig deep, like initially I was like, is it like trying to shame people into just being unnatural? Like it's like just fucking do it, pussy. If you dig a little deeper, the site actually says, you're still natural if you take this. Don't worry about it. But then if you Google the name of the product, like the big letters name, you get nothing. But then if you Google its full name that's underneath that 5 alpha hydroxide laxagenine, you're met with a USADA page explaining that it is not approved for as an ingredient. And then as you look down and read through it, many products labeled with this item, like in the ingredients, are often spiked with SARMs or steroids or just something that will obviously make you unnatural. And also, it's like you are getting a product that is not what you are paying for. And it's just a bad, it's bad. It's bad. So essentially, we're seeing companies sell these products and they're like, oh, it's not a steroid, it's not a SARM. You're still going to be natural taking it. But then just anything you do when you research this is kind of pointing towards the fact that you're going to buy this product and this could just be a commonly known thing for many people who buy these products, but it's not for, Joe who's just getting back into lifting and just wants to have like supplementation. I don't think is a terrible thing. Like when it's like creatine or so, despite the large crackdown on SARMs that we've seen probably in about the last year, because SARMs were very big on TikTok. They were being sold through ads on TikTok, being sold by people who had accounts on TikTok, and they were just pretty easily available from like even more so than they're still available now. It's just I think at least a little bit harder to get them. It's like I muddied my point a little bit here. Me talking about like as if people are buying these products just assuming SARMs are in them to get SARMs is not what I meant. What I meant more than anything is that these people are selling products for the most part that don't have any effect, but then they are putting things like SARMs in them to show some amount of effectiveness, and that's just not okay. I've been rambling for like 40 minutes. I'm going to try to edit this down to like 10, 15 minutes. We'll see. But, thanks for watching. If you watched, I've been gone a while. I'm streaming like almost every other day at the moment over on twitch.tv/HunterTBK. Lots of Pokemon. I'm planning to make a Pokemon video at some point because I'm doing a lot of Nuzlocking shit. Don't know how if I'm gonna do the normal sort of format for those videos that everyone seems to does, or if I'm going to do my own style or a mix between the two. It'll probably be a mix because whatever. Follow me on Instagram. I'm probably gonna start posting there again because I'm gonna get back to working out and everything. Well, I'm already back to it. I've been a little bit out of the game, so yeah, Instagram. Don't think I'm ever going to really post on TikTok anymore, but you can follow it if you want to. Follow me on Twitter. Bing, bang, bop.